Oh, thought I had a new one. Let's go into the tickle trunk of my lipstick. And what do I have? What is there? What is there? Let's look at this one. This one. Thought I had another one. No. No, I don't think I like this one. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not sure if I like it at all. But anyways, I got lipstick on. Man, what a morning. What a morning. Thank God I called in the angels this morning. Got in a little bit of a fender bender. All is fine. I am fine. Louise, which is my vehicle, her name is Louise. It got a little bit of a dent in the front end. But the bumper is still on. Everything is still working. The roads were so icy this morning, and in as I was driving and had to go on a side street this morning, my there was a vehicle. It was a dump truck stopped, and he stopped. He instead of just turning, because we're just supposed to signal and turn. He stopped, and I was a good, I'd say, 20 meters away, and I wasn't going fast because I looked down. I was going like about 15 kilometers, if that, and slowly I took my foot off, and slowly putting on my brake, and then of course I started to slide. I took my foot off the brake, tried to steer into. Anyways, couldn't steer. It just kept going. It was like what do you call it? It was like a movie, slow mo in a movie, and I ended up, no damage to the dump truck, no damage to the other driver. He was very nice. He bought us he bought us a Tim Hortons coffee because there's not much else I could do. Um, there's so yeah, we just exchanged info. That's about all, and carried on with our day. My son was strong, and he pulled the bumper out, and the bumper was like, "Oh, it's fine," and off we go. Good Albertans we are. Good Albertans we are. Well, and I'm just like, yeah, a little bit of craziness for my day, but that is fine. So onwards and upwards I go, and looking at the astrology this week and looking at the craziness this week. I've already posted on my Facebook. The planets are about to get freaky. Neptune, Venus, Mercury. We have Venus is retrograde, and she's appearing to move backwards as of 9 days ago. Mercury's about to join her in 5 days. So we're coming into we're in retrograde chateau for Mercury, and they're retrograding in Aries, and they're going to join together in Pisces later on this month. So they're moving backwards in about the same space of the zodiac, and it's wonky, it's wild, it's just fucking crazy, right? And we are in the wildest time of the year, and with these retrogrades, plus this Saturday we have the eclipse, so we are now entering into the eclipse season, and that started about 4 days ago. So with Mercury and Venus crossing over Neptune just before Neptune enters Aries on the 30th, where this wonky, wild, and craziness may not even cover it. I mean, it's like I had a few people comment, tell me, oh, what is it? We got a new PM, and all of this stuff, and that, oh, you're the premier is going to do this of Alberta, and I basically said I don't care, and it's not that I don't care, but I don't care. It's like it's going to be what it's going to be. The planets are just wonky, and that's what I'm going by. It's just craziness right now. You're going to find the craziness is going to appear as above, so below as above. You're going to see the craziness all over the place. You're going to see weather activity nutty. You're going to see craziness within politicians. You're going to see people going crazy. You're going to see my car slowly slide in slow mo into the back of a dump truck. these are the wonky, wacky wildness that there is. And before it really kicks into high gear a few days, make sure that you have some healthy outlets for frustration and ready to go, especially with the Venus Mercury retrograde in Aries. So frustration is sure to be in the sky. So frustration is going to come down here. So more rhetoric, more craziness. And this is where it's like, okay, how am I going to let this out? The last thing you want is to blow up at the wrong moment, and try to plan activities you can throw yourself into, but for spurts, rather than anything in a long sense. Aries gets bored easily. Aries are they're boring. They get, because they're the spark, they want to go. And that's why they have a lot of projects all over the place. They start something, they never really finish it. And they are very good working with a team where they are starting something and the team can carry it on. So this is like where you might find yourself frustrated because you want to get going, and this can help, if you're just doing little things at a time, this is going to help to tamp down some of the frustrations. So focus on what is causing you the most frustration at this moment, and what are some of the quick points and steps that you can address in a healthy way. And that's so important. How can you do this in a healthy way? How can you take things into consideration if craziness is going in your life? This morning, of course, first thing, you call the insurance, you do all of that kind of stuff. And then I took a step back and I'm like, but there's no damage. Really, this is, I mean, probably put my premiums up, but it's like nothing, there's nothing there. It's not even, it's not worth anybody's time. So it's like finding a way of looking at it in a way that, okay, I'm driving a 2002 Nissan Xterra. It's an older vehicle. She is, if it was any other vehicle, the front end would have been gone. Just saying, the front end would have been gone. So this is looking at, some of the positive things and, finding, yeah, I was upset, I'm nervous, whatever. I mean, the roads are shit. They're getting better. It's going to be like +3 or +5 in an hour. Welcome to Calgary. But this is just, for Mercury and Venus retrograde in Aries. Venus, as it moves to Pisces on the 27th, Mercury does on the 29th. And they both conjunct or align with Neptune at the very end of Pisces. 29 degrees. Watch out for something big around then, okay? So within the next days or so, you're going to see some really big activities happening. And this is likely to trigger some major event or development in the world. So I said the 17th. I know, as Venus and Mercury go in around, the 27th to the 29th. So between the 17th and the 29th, those are the dates to really check off. That's going to be trigger dates, right? Right after the eclipse in Virgo, we're going to start seeing things really get a little bit nutty. And some of it we're not going to fully understand what's going on. It's going to happen rapid. I got rapid fire happening. And personally, look at your 29 degrees Pisces, or anywhere you have 29 degrees, planets at 29 degrees in your chart or thereabouts. So if you have anything between, I would say between 27 and 29 degrees in your chart, take a look at what's there, right? And what house it's there. And if you have natal bodies located at that sign, and this can be the areas where you experience developments or extra forced in your own life. So what is that? I know I have Venus in the 6th house in Scorpio at, I think she's at 28 degrees. So I have Venus at about 28 degrees, just almost 29 degrees in Scorpio, but she's also in the 6th house. So being in the 6th house, what's the 6th house? 6th house has to do with that's Virgo. So responsibilities, health, And what does Venus have to do with things to do with the things that you love, the balances within your life, relationships, money, things along that line. So some developments might be coming in and around there. So these are the things that you start to look at in your chart and start to take. Yes, please. Mine's just it's a little bit cold. It was at the bottom of the pot. Thank you. To look at. Now, if you're not sure, book an appointment and let's go over your chart. Or I have a sale on right now, and you could get 2 astral readings, new moon and full moon readings, which are going to be the lunar and solar eclipse reading for $50. So you could do that if you want to, and get a recorded reading. I send it to you, talk to you about how the influences of the moon and this eclipse is going to be, coming out in your chart, right? So what is the guidance that you need? And that's what astrology is. It's guidance. With Pisces energy, make sure you get rest, drink enough fluids, and don't ask too much of yourself or others. So don't go and try to extend yourself on too many things. If you're going through a cleaning spurt and you want to clean the house and you're wanting to say, do a spring cleaning, I would say start in one area and allow yourself, you don't have to do it all in one day. Start in one area, move and progress from there, right? Don't try and do it all at once. It's just not, Pisces can show cruelty. So we have to try and avoid that. So the thing is that if you're trying to do everything at once, or if you're overreact, it's Pisces is not nice. It is the 12th house. It is the last house. There's a lot of karma that comes out in that house. There's a lot of craziness that can come out. Neptune is not exactly the nicest, if you go through and you look at, everything about Neptune, he's not a nice guy. He's a little bit of a dick. So he could cause a lot of problems. So don't try and push things, right? So it's not a good thing. So this is all making way for Neptune to enter Aries. And that's the next paradigm shift. And we're going to be experiencing astrologically. What sweeps out is making room for a big brand new energy that's coming in. And so this is the end of the zodiac. This is the last degree going into the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. Aries deals with the I am. It deals with the head. So there's a lot of things that are going to come up about the head, about I am. It has to do with how you are processing, how you are thinking about things. It's the first house. It's how I look. Neptune coming in. How do I look? Is this and it's almost like it could be very illusionary, right? So making sure that you're grounded in things. So with that, and as what is swept out, making this something brand new, any intuitive insights and awakening and proposals propel us forward. So listening to our intuition, it's our passion is coming in. It's very masculine. It's a very forward movement. It is ruled by Mars. Mars is starting to move forward out of Cancer. So Mars is starting to make the movement to get out. So there's going to be this movement, and sometimes it can be feeling very fast and very sporadic. So you just got to get through the next few weeks. Of all of this. This is where it can get a little bit cray for us all. And being patient with ourselves is so important. Everything's going to change on a drop of a dime. Everything is going to feel like it's up and then down and all around. This is where, when I say, hi, Charlene, this is where I say to people, and they're asking me about a lot of things to do with politics. I'm just like, let it go. Like, really, it's do your prep, do your thing, but don't get hung up on it. Really, don't. Things are chaotic, and especially because 29 degrees is a world degree. Anything at the last and the beginning of a sign is world, right? We saw that 5 years ago with Saturn and Pluto at the end of Capricorn. And we all know what happened there, right? And so with that Saturn and Pluto conjunction. And now Pluto is fully in Aquarius, right? He's at the 3-degree mark and he's going to be going retrograde. So he's not going to retrograde back into Capricorn at all. And he's in that sign right now. So he's in the Aquarius sign, and the Aquarius signs are the ones. It's a humanitarian sign. It's a sign of connection. It's not the community sign. Community you build with Capricorn. Capricorn is the community that you build to build your structures, right? And Aquarius is very particular who they are with, who they want to be. It is about secret societies. Aquarius rules secret societies. Pluto wants to get to the depth of secret societies and secrets. So we have, a lot, Pluto likes to get to the root of things. So a lot of things that are going to be rooting up around there. And you're going to hear a lot of talk about different secret societies and things along that line, and heretics, and all of this is going to start coming out. So this is where it's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take what I know. I'm going to trust in my guidance. I'm going to trust in my divine, and I'm going to watch but still move upon my path. I'm not going to try and overdo things. I'm not going to try and push an agenda, because I know it's just not worth it. A lot of people are going to be angry up there. A lot of people are going to be very frustrated, and it's not worth for you to get frustrated and angry, right? It's not worth it. So let's pull a card. Let's pull a card. And I know I shocked a few people. I think Charlene too, that I just said I don't care. Another person asked me too, and I said I don't care. What do you think about this? I'm like, really? Does it matter? I mean, it's good that we know these things. It's good that we understand it, but it's going to change. It's not going. It's going to change so radically and so quickly, right? And this is where it's like, but what I know won't change. What do I know won't change? And that is my guidance. That is my divine. I know that won't change. I could waver all over the goddamn place. I could be, extremely angry, happy, sad, very, very menopausal, right? So I could be all over the place. But at the end of the day, right, I got to go with what doesn't change, and focus on that, and keep my focus on the higher aspects. Oh, nice and hot. And what those higher aspects are. So off I go. Thank God my car is built like a shit brick house. It's just, oh. And then I found out I didn't actually put collision on my vehicle because it's an old vehicle, which is a dumb move on my part. So probably won't be able to change that anytime soon. I'll wait a bit and then maybe add that later on, and add collision and stuff like that. So in case something really bad does happen, I have the coverage. Sorry, my voice keeps going in and out. Alrighty. What do we have? 4 of airs. So 4 of swords. What is the 4 of swords? Rest. Take it easy. Don't overdo shit. Right? This is where it's like, this is like, take a vacation. Take a mini vacation. Right? If you allow more time to make decisions on doing things. As I said, if you want to do spring cleaning, don't try and do the whole house today or the whole basement. Pick an area and work on it, right? And go from there. And then from that, you have the Knight of Earth. So everything here is saying slow and steady. Don't push the mark. Don't try and overdo it. The Knight of Pentacles, he's like, he rides like a Clydesdale. He's got his pace, he's going a steady way. But he's like, you got to buckle down, you got to get things done, you got to move at an even keel, don't overdo it. If you're late for something, you're late for something, right? Don't like, oh my god, I'm going to be okay, you're 15 minutes late, but at least you get there safely. That's the key. That's the key, right? In a year from now, you won't be worried that you were 15 minutes late. So don't get your shit in a knot because, look at this. It's not worth it at this time. It really isn't. And at the end, we have the 7. So the 7 of earth comes in, and it's looking at, how I said you got to spread those little seeds. And this is where you have to pause. It's the 7 of earth. This is where it's like, okay, I got the balancing. I'm looking at the balance, and now I'm coming in to where don't overthink things. 29 degrees Pisces can get you to overthink. Can get you to really freak out about shit. It's not at the end, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth you getting, oh, look at the stock market. Oh my God, the stock market. Oh, Bitcoin. No, it's not worth it. I'm just saying. Because it's going to be a crazy ride. You're in it for the long run. If you're in it for the short time or the short run for investments or for doing stuff, then you're the one who's going to be in a fucking accident. If you're the one who's going to be like, holy shit, or the one who's hurt, right? It's not worth it. Not worth it. So take your time, be kind to yourself, look at your plans, make some, long-term plans on what you want to do and go from there. And that's what you got to do. On that note, I am going to take it easy for the day. I was going to do some recording, but I decided my recording days are going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's recording either for my 21-day meditation journey, my divine journey with people, and also for the moon readings. So if you're wanting a moon reading, definitely get a hold of me. You can get 2 readings for $50 right now, and they're recorded and sent to you. So have a blessed day, everybody. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all you say and all you do and all you be. Blessed be, everybody. Mwah! Big kiss to you all. Bye-bye. Mama out.